Hi, it's Peter Hopley with you here on the Championship Tee Box at Gallaghers Canyon. I'm the executive golf professional here, standing on the first tee and overlooking the canyon behind us. We're going to talk about a couple of, or one swing thought specifically today to help fix something that you may have in your swing, which we typically call early extension. And really what that is when we lift up out of our posture too soon before we get into that critical hitting area. So it looks something like this. It would be a golf swing where I'm set up in my posture. I have created an angle in my knees and an angle for my hips. And what it looks like is as we swing down into the ball, we start lifting and coming up out of our posture. And that can result in a lot of things. Sometimes if we do it just a little bit, we can hit a big block to the right. Typically though, we see a lot of shots that just aren't struck solid, a lot of thin shots because we're coming up out of our posture and the club physically can't get down to the ground. So if you have that problem, if you're hitting a lot of thin shots and you feel like you're standing a little bit early and coming up out of the shot, we always want to think a nice little thought would be this, that your chin is on a shelf and it can't move up and down, that it must stay at that same level. The best ball strikers in the game, their head is usually on a very consistent level. They may move a little bit back and forth, not much mind you, but they never move up and down. So it's very important in the golf swing that the angles we create here in our knees and the angle we create from our hips stays the same throughout the swing. Our body turns, but those angles stay the same. And then it's only after we strike the ball that we stand up out of it to a good finish. So if you have that problem in your golf swing, hopefully that tip will help.
Thanks, Peter. I'm Greg Redmond from Wave Physiotherapy. So that's early extension. What usually causes early extension from a physical standpoint is the inability for the lower body and the upper body to move separately or disassociate. So a great exercise is called a disassociation plank. In that, you want to go down into the plank position, and then keeping your pelvis facing the ground, move your upper body as far as you can into a rotated position and back. Then keep your chest and your shoulders facing the ground as you move your lower body as far around as you can. So what it looks like is this. And then obviously repeat on the opposite side. So that's a disassociation plank. Together that with the technical changes that Peter gave you, work on those over the winter, and hopefully next season you're on early extending.
Sometimes you got to cry a little.